Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today I want to talk about Dungeons and Dragons, and I want to talk about DND, drama and drama, and I want to talk about the absolutely massive domination of American Hollywood by Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons, I am convinced no one sees what is happening with Dungeons and Dragons and the power it is beginning to wield in American Hollywood. March 14th, 2024. Write that day down in your booklets. That is when D&D came again to deliver the thunder at the American box office. Okay, so I was super happy in March of 2023. The very end of March, I think it was March 30th, 2023, was when I saw, for the first time, I took 12 people to see Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves. It was phenomenal. I had just the very best time, and it was incredible, right? It was an American blockbuster. Dungeons & Dragons, second American blockbuster. Done it first in the year 2000, did it again in the year 2023, right? And so we were like, oh well, that's it. No D&D movies in March. No D&D movies in 2024. What's Dungeons & Dragons going to deliver in 2024? Well, guess what? March 14th, 2024 was Dungeons & Dragons showing up at the box office again. Actually, D&D showing up at the box office. Drama and drama. So there were two movies on March 14th that were all about Dungeons & Dragons and delivering the beneficence of Dungeons & Dragons through American Hollywood in a surprising and certainly through a circuitous path, but the benefits are direct. All right. So what were these two D&D movies that were on March 14th, 2024? Well, I went and I saw the society, and there's no spoilers for either one of these films in this content. I went and saw the American Society of Magical Negroes. Why did I see it? Because it starred Simon Almer, Elminster's great grandson, Justice Smith, right? D&D Honor Among Thieves. I have dedicated myself to seeing every single film of Chris Pine, Sophia Lillis, Michelle Rodriguez, right? And Simon Almer and Renee Jean Page, right? They delivered for us at the box office. I'm going to go and deliver box office for them, right? And guess what? It's not just going to be me. It'll be a minimum 1,000 Dungeon Masters, 1,000 Dragon Masters, maybe 10,000 Dungeon Masters, 10,000 Dragon Masters, perhaps 100,000 Dungeon Masters, 100,000 Dragon Masters going to see all of their films, or 1,000,000 or 10 million. We have the ability legitimately to deliver box office. We have the numbers. There are minimum 10 million Dungeon Masters, 10 million Dungeon Masters and Dragon Masters, and we could change the numbers. We can quite literally, right? If we have 10 million of us, right, and we're all, dropping $10, $15, $20 on a ticket, we can bring 100, 150, $200 million to any movie we choose. We decide, right? We decide the fate of Hollywood. Dungeons & Dragons. Dungeons & Dragons is at the heart of every powerful narrative that exists today. It is truly incredible. Okay? All right, so I go to see the American Society of Magical Negroes, right? Fantastic film, 5 out of 5 stars. I go and I watch Justice Smith. Next, I double featured, right? I'm like, oh, it's been a long week. I'm going to see a double feature. So I go to see Arthur the King, starring Mark Wahlberg, right? And so I'm like, well, that was nice seeing that D&D movie, the American Society of Magical Negroes with Simon Almer, Justice Smith, but my D&D is done for the night. No more Dungeons & Dragons drama at Hollywood. Wrong. Lights go down. Movie starts. What do I see? E1. E1. What is E1? The D&D studio, right? The Hollywood studio Dungeons & Dragons literally started. And I'm like, wait a second, E1, is that the exact same house that brought Dungeons and Dragons? Jonathan, Edgin Darvis, Holga Kilgore, right? Like Doric, it's really, Zenk. Is it the same one? Right? Simon Almer. It's really, really incredible, right? So E1 rolls up, and what is the movie about? It is about adventure racing. Adventure racing, right? Wait, adventure, and then put the R on it from racing. Adventure! Like, literally, an E1 film about adventurers. Like, I was like, holy cow, starring Mark Wahlberg. Incredible, right? Like, so movie 1, drama, and movie 2, drama, D&D, March 14th, 2024. It was a delightful surprise to see D&D, drama and drama, to see Dungeons and Dragons marinating every opening movie for the week of March 14th, 2024. And increasingly, I think no powerful narratives coming out of Hollywood will be divorced, will escape the orbit of Dungeons and Dragons. It's really an incredibly powerful thing, and it is sneaky, man. It is sneaky. D&D just shows up everywhere, and what really blows me away is how much Dungeons and Dragons is tied into so many things today on an incredible. There are no more than like 75 people in the whole world creating Dungeons and Dragons right now, and they're all in Renton, Washington. It is astounding, and at the same time, it is incredibly disappointing to look at the OSR and the indies who are doing the same thing, the same work, with over 1,000 people laboring and doing a fraction of what Dungeons and Dragons is delivering. It is truly, truly incredible. So I just wanted to share, my drama and drama night, and seeing 2 D&D movies, opening night, and seeing that Dungeons and Dragons has completely, Hollywood is marinated in Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons has really completely infiltrated every powerful narrative that is coming out today in America. Every single word you just heard is my humble opinion. What's important is when I get to hear your humble opinion, when you get in the comments and send your traffic. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a fetch millennium.